Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Monday, Magical Monday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 4 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey and see what's going on. I'm also going to bring in some messages that can be connected with work, career, mission and things that may also be, distracting them or what you may be wanting to focus on because we're in June. It also gave me a block in the throat. So I definitely feel that there's going to be big blocks released in communication this month. And I want to see how that's been affected as well, because I want to bring in the longing, how do they really feel, by Divine Diana. And I'm going to bring in another great deck by Divine Diana that connects with the 4 queens of the tarot. So this is going to be really interesting reading, not just for love, but also for work, career and mission and purpose too. And if you would like a reading with me, you can email me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So let's see what's going on. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around you today? Cards flying out. What's the energy around your person today? What's the energy around your person? And what's the energy around the journey itself? What's the energy around the journey? Now, I love that you've got more cards coming out than they are in this deck. They have, because again, that shows you that you're the more spiritual one. At the beginning anyway, you're the more spiritual one, the one more connected with source, on this journey. So what's the energy around you? What's the energy around you? Got wisdom for you there. What's the energy around them? Okay, too many cards. I feel that one is definitely coming through. Okay, what's the energy around them? And again, this is the thing, because they are more materially connected, or they're more connected with their 3D world. This is why half of the deck just tried to come out, because many of them are in different occupations doing different things. But can we have some clear messages for them, please, angels? Some clear messages. So again, I can totally understand why a lot of the deck wants to come out, but I feel it doesn't need to, okay? So these are the cards coming through for them. And then what's the energy connected with the journey right now? 1 card. Wow. Brilliant. Look at that. You're here to shine. You're not born to stand, in a crowd and dim your light. You're born to stand out in a crowd and shine your light. So what's the energy around you today? Straight out. What's the energy around them today? What's the energy around them? Again, I feel there's way too many cards there. And this is why I feel they're coming out in this way. Okay, so they're going through a cleansing, they are for sure. What's the energy that's coming in around the journey today? Yeah, this card tried to go back in. We've got impatient there. So what you're learning right now is to be patient as they come forward and make changes. And they are getting very impatient with themselves. So what's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for them? Again, gone in. With them, the cards are trying to come out and go back in, which is, again, what they've been doing so much. They've been wanting to say it and then holding back. So what's the energy around the journey today? Thank you, angels. Okay, let's see what's going on then. So the first energy that's coming in for you, and I'm going to start with the Queen card. You've got the Queen of Cups. So it says transmuting emotions. So you're transmuting all of your emotions today. Now, I feel that's why these cards have come out for you, because you may be going through a lot of emotion today. And you're able to channel your emotions through your energy. So you're able to channel it perhaps through what you're doing. So that could be your creativity. Give me a block there. Or things you're channeling through words or speech. So you may have a channel where you do readings yourself, or doing your creative work through social media. So you may share something through Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. You may share videos there. You may share footage there of something that's important. You may share some written words you've wrote down, or maybe some songs. So I feel this is you sharing your creativity, sharing your creative expression, which is really powerful. Or sharing something you were grateful about. You're sharing something that inspires others. In your work as well, you're also able to channel your emotions. So you're able to listen and give advice, inspire, influence in some ways. So you're definitely channeling energy and channeling emotions. Now, some of you will be channelers. So you'll be able to pick up on what Spirit is telling you, or your angels, or maybe you are channeling messages from the other side, or you're channeling messages from the masculine or feminine collective energy. So I definitely feel many of you have a mission here to be light workers in that way. And maybe you've just started doing that, or you're thinking about doing it, or it is something you've been doing for a while, there is now taking off, or you're starting to see rewards from. So channel emotional energy into creative outlets, transforming feelings into art, music, and other expressive forms. And you're learning how to do that, you know how to do that. So you're aware if you're feeling an emotion, it actually serves you to write it down, or to sing about it, or scream it out, or go for a walk in nature, or transmute it in another way, like having a nice cleansing bath, or doing some physical activity. It's not always the best thing to ring up your person and shout at them down the phone. So I feel you're learning how to master your emotions. So I definitely feel there's two things from this. The first one is the way you're able to channel your creativity and channel your emotions and help others through what you've been through. And again, that's wisdom. That's why you've got the wisdom card. I saw that when it jumped out. And also that you're able to channel your expressive energy in a better way, a higher way. So you're using it to help others, but you're also able to understand when something needs to be said and when it needs to be kept in. And that's wisdom. And I definitely feel this is also about the way you're becoming wiser in everything you're doing. So you're becoming wiser in your job, your career. Many of you have light work energy around you, so you are actually doing a mission or purpose now, and you are wise to that. Or you're becoming wise to it. You're working out what it is you're here to do, what you're being called to do. It says you were called to serve as a mentor for someone, or as a role model, or as a guide who can show the way, use your wisdom and experience. So you're here to help others through however you do that. Now, some of you will be doing it through your work life. Others will just be doing it generally. You may not even realise. You may give advice to a friend, a family member, someone in the street. You just pass by and they ask you for help in some way. That's you sharing your wisdom and experience. And everything you go through on this journey is beneficial. So you go through an experience and you gain wisdom from that experience. You gain clarity from going through that. And then you're able to help someone else going through it too, maybe in fear or going through some kind of worry. So your wisdom, the things you will learn through your mistakes, there are mere blessings in disguise, or things you experience that cause pain and sorrow, you're able to use later in a beneficial way. So I feel you are finding more opportunities to share your wisdom. And many of you are very wise anyway. You're wise, you're old souls. And people recognise that in you. And you may either have changed your job recently to be in alignment with this, or you're noticing in the job you're in, people are either asking for more guidance or asking for your help more, or maybe even talking to you about spiritual things, or more opportunities are coming in. So you may get offered a new job, or maybe you've just been rejected from a job because it's not the right place for you. So let's see what the emotions are you're going through. We've got guarded. So you may be feeling a bit guarded today. They give me a block there. But what I'm actually feeling with this, I'm not actually feeling like you're actually guarded because of something that's happened. You may well be feeling defensive, but I feel you feel guarded. What that means is you feel the angels are all around you, guarding you, protecting you. So I feel this as your connection with Archangel Michael as your guard. He is guarding you. So you feel safe, you feel guarded, you feel protected wherever you go, whatever you're doing. You're saying, I know that Archangel Michael is guarding me. He's standing in front of me with his shield, and he is shielding me. He is watching over me everywhere I go. And you're also being more playful, and the dolphins are assisting you with that. Your inner child is helping you with that. So you're being more playful. So you may also be expressing yourself creatively in a very playful way through singing, dancing, just living life, falling in love with the universe, feeling excited about this day. And you are admired for it. And that's also because of your wisdom, the person you are, because you are becoming a lot stronger and wiser within your own self. And your person admires you too. They admire your beauty, they admire your light, they admire the things you're doing in your life. They admire you because you're living your most authentic, best self. That's the life you're living. So you are admired for the person you are. And the way that you adjust and adapt, you can become playful when you've just been going through something very serious. So you're learning how to handle your emotions, and you are admired for that. And you're also realising how blessed you are instead of how stressed you are. And this is beautiful because we spoke about gratitude in the daily angel reading today. So if you've been working on your gratitude this morning or whenever you watch that reading, you may just naturally be feeling better today now anyway. You may be feeling more blessed and less stressed. And you feel more blessed when you focus on all of your blessings. When you sit around thinking about the good things instead of sitting around wallowing in the bad things. So you're feeling blessed. You may also feel conflicted by that because part of you wants to reach out and contact them, and the other part of you wants to hold back and allow them to come to you. You may be conflicted because your ego is telling you one thing and your higher self is saying something else. Your ego may be saying, act impulsively or do this now. And your higher self is saying, no, wait, pause. Take a moment to think before you act. Respond with love, not fear. So you may be going through conflicting emotions. And that's why it's another good thing to do to release any energy that's pent up in you. So writing down your thoughts and feelings before you act on impulse. And also vulnerable, because you may feel vulnerable. And that may be another reason why Archangel Michael is around you, guarding you. Or if you do feel a bit guarded, it's because you're trying to guard your heart, because you may feel like your heart's being bust wide open. Wow, speed. Or because you can feel things speeding up, and that may be making you feel vulnerable too. Or maybe you're feeling vulnerable because you're sharing certain things with others, which is part of your purpose and mission. Maybe you've just talked about your own journey, or you've opened up to someone about a part of you that you've kept hidden. So this is also about you being authentic and you and transparent and sharing your light with the world. And they give me fear. And that can be very scary, to be vulnerable. And that's something your person really admires about you. And what I'm also, they give me fear there. They're also admiring you because you are vulnerable. They admire you because you focus on your blessings. They admire you because you're playful, even when you go through things that hurt you. And they definitely admire the wisdom in you and the person that you are. So you are admired. And admired is about the person you are. It's not just about admiring your beauty. You may have admirers on social media, or maybe you have admirers, people who are attracted to you. But people admire you because of the person you are. And that may also be making you conflicted. Perhaps you're conflicted because someone is giving you attention right now, and they are admiring you and perhaps asking you to go for a drink or a coffee or, going somewhere to do something, asking you out on a date, and you're conflicted because you're also feeling very vulnerable and guarding your heart because you know you are a twin flame and you ultimately love your person. So I feel there could be some confliction with what you're doing. Now we've got study. So I love this because it's part of your life purpose and mission to learn, to study, to go through life and learn your lessons. That's how you get wise. That's how you become wise to everything, through going through the lessons, through going through the conflict and the vulnerability. So the study is about you learning. It says, reading, research and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career, about your life purpose, about the next stage of your journey. Because this isn't just about doing study at school or college or university or in some kind of place you go to study. This is the things you go through when you study your own behaviour and you do research on it. Why am I feeling this way? Why? So perhaps you Google it. Or you start thinking about the journey. So you start reading everything you can about the twin flame journey. Or you educate yourself about something you want to do. And that gives you more confidence and clarity. And then you feel better when you're talking about something to do with twin flames, or something to do with the law of attraction, or crystals, or whatever it is you're doing. You're gaining confidence in your required field. You're gaining wisdom about it. We've got environmentalists, so you're also very aware of what's going on around you. So you're also able to study what's going on with you and what you're manifesting through the things you see in your environment. So for example, you go outdoors in nature and you see a sign. Okay, so perhaps a bee comes at you and you know it's the universe showing you a miracle. When you see a spider on the wall and instead of getting afraid, you think, wow, abundance is coming to me. The universe has got my back. When you go on social media, you see a stag and you think, wow, that's the promise of union. Or you see the butterfly, you're transforming, or you see a dove and it's a sign of peace, but it's also a sign of union, being very close. Or you see an eagle, they're coming in. So it's the way you get shown things through your environment. You're also becoming more aware of your environment, so you're noticing harsh things in your reality. So you may not be able to tolerate certain things like you did. Perhaps you can't tolerate watching films with gunfire in anymore, or a lot of toxic swearing, or maybe you're looking around and you don't like the fact that people are dropping litter or doing things to the environment they shouldn't be doing. So you're becoming more sensitive. And the reason why is because you are an earth angel who's being born to protect, nurture and teach about nature and the animals. So you're also here to help the world, to teach about how amazing life is and nature. That's why we're so drawn to nature, because when we're outdoors in nature, we feel very close to God. We feel at peace. We feel just how small we are in the grand scheme of things. So in other words, our problems when we go out in nature don't seem as big because we're calming our mind and relaxing. It's like when you go near the ocean, you realise just how much power God has and the universe has, because you see it in the ocean. Especially for those of you who've got Atlantis energy in them like me, Atlantis roots, you'll love the ocean, but you'll be afraid of it at the same time because it's so powerful. They give me these blocks as well. So you're able to heal your own blocks too through just going for a walk in nature. That's another way you're able to transmute emotions when you go into nature. You may also be transmuting your emotions by studying your emotions. Why do I feel this way? Why is this making me act this way or behave this way? And you can also study their emotions too, how they're acting and feeling. And we've got music. So again, you receive messages in music. Music is very creative. It's very powerful. It helps you to feel loved. It helps you to cry. It helps you to tune in with many emotions. And your connection to music is very healing. It's healing for you. It's healing for others. It's healing for the world. And it's healing on this journey. But also you may be connected with music. So you may also have a very powerful connection with Archangel Sandalphon, who helps you to understand why you're receiving messages in music or what music is saying to you. Or maybe you are an artist yourself. You may sing, you may write lyrics for songs, you may like playing an instrument, you may just love dancing to music, you may just love connecting with music in some way. Or may you use music, they give me the word muse, in another way. So you may use music through your videos you're sharing on Instagram or TikTok, or you may share music as a muse to inspire others. They're also connecting me with Archangel Ariel with the environmentalist card, because Archangel Ariel is connected with the nature, the outside world. You may also be connected with Mother Gaia. And for the study, I've actually got Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Jeremiah and Archangel Zadkiel coming through. Zadkiel helps you to retain knowledge. So Archangel Zadkiel is a great archangel to call on if you're doing some kind of test or an exam and you want to retain knowledge within. So you want to remember facts, figures, things that you have to learn for an exam or for something else. He will help you to retain that information. He's very good with the mind and memory. He also assists with anyone, by the way, going through Alzheimer's or some kind of cognitive disease or any disorder there. Anything to do with the mind, disorientating or disintegrating. Anything that you need to connect with there. So anyone who's dealing with anyone with dementia, like family members, really good to know. And Archangel Uriel also lights the way. So I feel Gabriel assisting with communication, study, working out what the right career is, giving you the answers that you need as well, and knowing there's power in prayer. And Archangel Jeremiah making sure you're on the right path. So you're definitely surrounded and guarded by many archangels today, so you can feel very blessed, okay? But ultimately, you're in a very wise energy today. You're feeling strong, you're learning. And this may well be what you're focusing on as we're beginning not only this new week, but this new month of June. So the energy around them today, we've got flowers. Now, flowers are really interesting for them because I feel the first thing I've got coming through is that they are communicating with you through flowers. Now, I feel that some of them would love to give you flowers, to romance you, to give you a nice bouquet of flowers, but some of them don't because of the situation or because they're afraid of doing that, or they feel that may be seen as weakness. But you do receive messages in flowers, just like you receive messages in music. So what I've actually coming through here is that they are communicating with you today through flowers. So for example, if you see a red rose, that's a sign that they want to apologize to you. If you see a yellow flower, that's a sign that they are saying to you, please don't give up on me. There's so much hope for the future with us. If you're seeing sunflowers, they're very inspired by you because of how you stand on your own and you do your own thing. So if you're seeing flowers, there is a reason for that. But really, it's a symbol of romance and love. You know, pink flowers are about romance and that they are very inspired by you. It says, working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So I'm not saying that they're going to be working with flowers, but I feel they are sensing the energy of them, especially because for them, you know, I got the feeling that they are going through a healing. Now, this is insecure, but they give me the word incense straight away when I picked up this card, you know, when I was channeling this message, when I shuffled them. So, yes, they may be feeling insecure, and they are communicating with you through flowers because it's like incense. So incense is very cleansing. So I definitely feel they're going through a detox today. They're cleansing their energy because they don't want to feel insecure. They want to feel confident. And they may be feeling insecure in many ways. They may be feeling insecure in their job today. They may be feeling insecure with finances. They may be feeling insecure because of the wounds they have within. They may feel insecure because they're afraid of you moving on and meeting somebody else. They may be insecure because they've taken too much time and they're unsure how to reach out. They may be insecure because you're perhaps pulling your energy back to you. You may not be giving them as much attention energetically, or maybe you've blocked them or told them to leave you alone. But whatever the reason is for your personal circumstances, they are feeling insecure. So I feel they are working with flowers today energetically to show you they still care. So you don't have to know the meaning of the flower. You just need to know that if you see flowers today from your environment, whether you walk across a flower that really gets your attention, and I know there's flowers everywhere when you go in nature, but you may see a flower standing on its own, it really draws you in. Or maybe someone gives you a flower today. Or maybe you go on social media and you see a bouquet of flowers. So I feel you're going to see flowers as a sign that they want to come back in. And they are feeling insecure. And they're feeling a bit vulnerable too. Because flowers are also very feminine. Or they're like a very feminine essence. So they also want to come forward in a very feminine way, you know, in a very loving way. So they are managing their resources today and navigating complexity. So they're developing their responsibilities. Now, what I'm feeling with this, first of all, is they are realizing what they are responsible for and what they need to do, and they are acting on that, but they're also working out what they need to change, how they can take responsibility for their actions and their negative emotions or behaviours. So they are developing responsible management of resources, using them wisely for long-term well-being. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. They give me fear there. So they're realising what's been holding them back, especially their own fear. And they're starting to look at and develop. When we develop photos, for example, they're coming into focus. So things are coming into focus, what they need to take responsibility for the long term and for their well-being. So, for example, you are long-term in their eyes. You're someone they're going to be with for a long time. And you're someone who helps their well-being. They feel better when they're around you, when they're with you, when they're connecting with you. And they want to move towards you wisely. So they're also gaining wisdom through the things they're learning that make them feel insecure, that help them to take control of their life, to move towards what's long-term and what's better for their well-being. And they are looking at their responsibilities. And that's helping them to develop the ability to cut through confusion with clarity and discernment to find effective solutions. And that's the Queen of Swords. So I definitely feel they are in this energy where things are up in the air and they need to ground themselves to take action. So they're managing their resources, and they're also looking at things they've got like money and stability, to manage those things, to come up with a plan of how they can escape or find a way out of what they're currently in. And I love that we've got the word develop in both of these cards, because they are developing, they're still learning. Like a fetus develops in the womb, it has to grow. And when we develop photos, it takes a little bit of time, or it used to do, and you get the negatives and then they turn into the print, they become clear. It takes a moment for the confusion, because you're looking at, there's nothing there, and then it becomes very clear, the picture becomes clear. So you've got to give them time. So I feel this about time to understand. Now we've got drama, we've got locked, we've got wealth, frozen, shedding, and star power. Now the first thing I've got coming through here is the shedding with the wood snake. So the wood snake is all around them this year, helping them to shed the things that need to go. You are starting to outgrow your work situation. You are starting to outgrow your relationship. You're outgrowing your addiction or whatever it is. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine. So a lot of them are healers, and they are here to heal. They are light workers just like you are. They're here to assist the world with their healing. And that's ultimately going to lead to wealth and star power in their life. But that's locked right now because of the drama of this stagnant energy, this frozen energy they are in the lives they are living. So the wood snake has come in to help them to release anything in their life that needs to go. All the things they need to shed away to be free. And the main one is drama. Being around people who are toxic, troublemakers, people getting in the way of their mission, naysayers, karmic people who they've outgrown and they're still trying to people please. This can be their own ego causing them problems and drama. It says, beware of troublemakers in the workplace. And they may well be manifesting troublemakers in their work. Because if it's going on in their life, they're going to be bringing it into their work life. It says, the job you want may have too much upheaval to bear. Keep emotions and gossip in check. But when I'm connecting with this, I'm seeing this as the ego that's keeping things locked. Keeping their heart locked. Keeping them away from you. Keeping their blessings locked far away. And that's because they're frozen in time, or they're stuck in a stagnant situation. So they're stuck in this freeze. This is like the Two of Swords in the tarot, where things don't seem to be moving forward. Whereas they have so much star power and so much potential and so much magic ahead in their life, they just need to unlock it. And that's why the snake is here saying, no more of this stagnancy. I'm going to shed their skin. It says there may be a hiring freeze or no new work now, or work may seem aloof. It says being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. Now what I'm feeling with this first of all is, I feel that they've been pushing you away. So you may feel like they've left you out in the cold, or left you on read, or they've blocked you or ghosted you. But a warm follow-up gets you in the door. In other words, if they reach out to you, if they are very warm towards you, if they allow their heart to open to you, then you're going to let them back in. The door's going to open. And then what was locked between you is going to open. So I feel that this is definitely a big message here, that they are stuck in drama right now, drama in their own mind, or drama in their life in general that's keeping them stuck. And once they make the decision to unlock the door, which they do with their own self, because they hold the key to unlocking the future, they're going to open the door to so much, not just a beautiful life with you, but more money than they can ever dream of, because they're going to be living such a more healthier life. More health, which is wealth anyway, and star power. So a lot of them are going to get promoted, they're going to become entrepreneurs, CEOs, they're going to run their own company, their own business, and they're going to be living the best life. It says work you want may not be in reach now. You can make or take a temporary position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. So again, what I'm feeling with this is unlocking new doors to a new place to live that's going to bring in security, moving to a new job, a new life being with you. So understand, when I'm connecting with them, this is more about their life. It's not career orientated. It's about their entire life that needs to change to unlock new doors. And when they unlock those new doors, they're going to lead them to the star power and the wealth. It says you're working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. And real wealth is love, happiness, riches of all kinds, being with you, service, doing things that light them up inside, their passions, their goals. It says, keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. So what they need to do is look into the long term. So I feel that their stagnancies are short term. Their karmic situations, doesn't matter how long they've been in them, are short term now, and you're long term. And that's star power. So when they actually do unlock the door and step forward and take control of their life and shed the skin, they're going to be in their power as a divine masculine, and that's their star power. That's why they've come. That's what they've been guided to do. It says you need engaging work that will let your talent shine. And they need an engaging partner who can let their passions shine. Your area, it says they give me the word area, where it says you are a natural actor and influencer, you attract fame and fortune. And they're giving your areas of expertise. Because remember, they've been wearing a mask for a long time. So when they throw that mask away, they're going to feel an enormous sense of relief. I also feel that some of them may be actors or influencers. So if your person is a celebrity, or they are big on social media or in the world somehow, and they've attracted a lot of fame and fortune, they may also be going into a more calmer profession. So they may decide to move away from that to live more of a healthier, calm life with you. Whereas a lot of them who've been in the shadows are going to shine bright and move into the open with things they're doing. So they may have actually channels on YouTube, or they may have websites out there, or they may be going travelling or doing things, because you're going to have more star power because you're together. Because when you're together, it brings in star power. I know this is a long reading today, but bear with me, okay? So the energy around the journey, we've got travel. It says your life purpose involves travelling. Now this means travelling to each other. Doesn't matter whether you live on opposite sides of the world or you live down the road. Travelling, coming together. And you may also travel with each other to learn, to study, to grow, to work on your mission, your purpose, to work on business. So travel is important. And we've got brilliance. And that's how you show your brilliance off. It says you discover your own genius. And they're also giving the word generosity by breaking away from the grind. To follow your own inspiration, your ideas will bring recognition. So you may also travel because you get inspired to do so. So I'm seeing the light popping on there. So again, Archangel Uriel illuminating you. And the angel around them, by the way, I feel a lot of creativity and love. So I feel Archangel Jophiel around them, helping them to see the way forward. And obviously the wood snake is assisting them too. And travel is Saint Christopher. And again, Archangel Jeremiah are making sure you're on the right path. Now, I'm definitely feeling that this is ideas coming in, ideas of where to go, what to do, how to create big changes. And we've got talking, they give me the word talking. It says taking initiative, but I feel talking is a big factor. Talking about the journey, talking about things to do. It says take proactive steps to pursue your dreams, embrace opportunities with a fearless attitude. And that's the Queen of Wands, that's confidence and strength. So I definitely feel that you're both taking steps to pursue each other, pursue your dreams and embrace the opportunities and being fearless about it. And remember, they are healing their insecurities to be able to do that. And taking initiative to talk, to communicate, to travel. So I feel this is definitely them taking the action step or taking the initiative to reach out to you or to come and see you or, agree to see you in some way. So let go of the impatience. Don't be impatient. Patience is a virtue. Patience is power. Patience is going to open all the doors. And patience isn't about waiting around looking at your clock. It's about loving life, accepting life, being in the moment, falling in love with exactly where you are and who you are. And that's going to open the doors at the right time, because it's very clear that they are in a stagnant state in their life. And yes, they're aware of that now, and they are developing their abilities and their focus and clarity to change that. They are recognizing there's too much drama around them, too much chaos, too much stagnancy, too many things that have been frozen in time, including the love with you. And they want to unlock the door of their mind and their dreams to move towards their star power, to move towards living a better life with more money, feeling healthier and happier than they ever have been. And you know that through your wisdom, because you're already living that life, and they are very inspired by you and they admire you because of how blessed you are in that way. So I'm not saying every day is wonderful for you, but you're a lot more healthier and better off than they are because you're already living your best life. You've already shed the skin. You've already let go of things not serving you. Or some of you are in the process of doing that now. And they give me fear. And recognize this, if you're the one that's dealing with a karmic situation, you may be the one in masculine energy. And that doesn't matter. It just means you're aligning the truth. So prepare for big change. There's magic ahead. So let's bring in some letters, okay? What do we need to know? We've got FO. They give me the word follow straight away. Follow for union. We've got FO. We've got WO. And they give me 1. You will win this, you may feel like it's a match. You're going to win this match. They give me the word Faye. Okay, so someone could be called Faye. We've got FWOVZUBMYFVY. Those are the initials coming through today. And I feel love very important here as well. So I'm just feeling out of this, and it doesn't even spell it out, but this is how the angels channel through me. They give me the word follow. I feel they are starting to follow their heart, follow their truth. That could be an M or a W there. Take it as it resonates with you. But I feel they give me the word follow because they're going to follow the heart, follow the truth, follow the passions, follow their desires. Like following the white rabbit, knowing where to go. Like Neo in the Matrix followed the white rabbit tattoo on the lady's arm because he knew it was the right thing to do. So it's about following your dreams and knowing you're being guided, and you are being guided. So instead of thinking how bad everything is today, be grateful for everything. Focus on your blessings because there's magic coming in and you are guarded. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.